Tonight's episode opens up in a quiet apartment complex where the walls are thin, the vibes are louder, and the upstairs neighbor? Yeah, he's given true crime documentary energy. This is The Guy Upstairs, the first several chapters, so buckle in and maybe double check your neighbors. Our story kicks off with Rozy, a studious, introverted college student burning the midnight oil away on school assignments. She's your typical bookworm, quiet, keeps to herself, the kind of person who notices things. And what does she notice? Strange sounds coming from the apartment directly above her. Now, we've all heard weird noises from neighbors, right? A dropped book, moving furniture at 2 a.m. Annoying, but normal. What Rozy hears, it's different. It's unsettling. She describes it perfectly. It's too light to be a couch, but too heavy to be a chair. And here's where it gets dark. She jokes to herself that it sounds like the weight of a human body being dragged across the floor. This is brilliant storytelling, people. Hanza plants this seed of dread in chapter 1. Rozy laughs it off as paranoia, but we, the readers, we're already on edge. That's called dramatic irony, and it's absolute chef's kiss. So who lives upstairs? A man named Adam Bari. And here's what we know. He's charming, reserved, pretty much keeps to himself, the kind of guy who blends into the background until you actually look at him. Rozy's crossed paths with him twice before now. Once when the elevator broke down, and another time when she accidentally went to the 13th floor, his floor, by mistake. And here's a detail that becomes absolutely critical later. Rozy witnesses Adam kissing a beautiful woman with long brown hair. Remember that. Hanza doesn't waste details. The next morning rolls around. After barely sleeping, Rozy hears more sounds, but this time, muffled groans, concerning groans. She can't ignore it anymore. She goes upstairs to check on her neighbor, and this is where we see Rozy's character. She's cautious but compassionate. She's not just gonna ignore someone who might need help. She rings the doorbell. Silence. The sound stops immediately. Red flag number 1. As she's about to call 911, her neighbor appears behind her like a jump scare in a movie. He's tall, handsome, and polite, carrying a bag of cat food. He claimed all the noise she heard was his cat Milo, which is believable until you realize Milo's suspiciously quiet for a cat allegedly making noises at 3 a.m. During the uncomfortable exchange, Rozy's now leaving and Adam stops her. He asks, "Are you my neighbor? The one who lives right below me?" Now think about that. They've crossed paths a couple times now. He knows who she is, so why ask? Is he testing her, reminding her that he knows exactly where she lives? Then, before she can even answer, he says, "See you around," and walks away. Rozy's instinct, something is off about this man, and she's absolutely right. Now we meet Rozy's best friend, Hawani, Hawa for short, and talk about opposites attract. When Rozy is quiet and reserved, Hawa is the sun personified in human form. Long brown hair, fashionable, popular on campus. Everyone knows her. They even called her princess back in high school. These two have been friends since high school, and their dynamic is everything. Hawa is an extroverted friend who balances out Rozy's introverted energy. It's an unusual friendship, but it works. Then there's Ravi, the golden retriever energy of a friend. He's got a major crush on Rozy, and he's not subtle about it. He teases her. He reveals her full name is Rosanna, a name she absolutely hates, and he's constantly trying to win her over. Rozy finds him annoying, but she tolerates him because, let's be real, he's harmless and genuinely cares about her. The three friends sit down to discuss strange sounds Rozy's been hearing. When she imitates the noise, Ravi, being Ravi, jokes that it sounds like someone tied up with their mouth covered. A theory Rozy hadn't considered, and one that hits way too close to the truth. Later that evening, Rozy's working her part-time hotel cleaning job. She's already feeling under the weather, but her supervisor, instead of letting her go home, she gives Rozy some unlabeled medication and tells her to finish her shift. This is the moment that changes everything. Remember this medication. It becomes the reason nobody believes what Rozy sees next. Exhausted and dizzy, barely functioning, she goes back home, and she accidentally presses the button to the 13th floor, Adam's floor. She walks into what she thinks is her apartment. Surprise, wrong place. Rozy hides in the room as Adam enters with a woman, a beautiful girl with long brown hair who's clearly sick and vulnerable. And in a moment, straight out of a psychological thriller, the woman confides that she's pregnant. Her boyfriend isn't happy, but Adam compliments her lovingly, adoring her silky hair, admiring her beauty. Then he says the chilling line, "You'd be prettier covered in blood," and slices her throat. Rozy watches in silent horror. Adam then stabs the woman's abdomen as she's about to scream for help. Even the unborn child doesn't survive. Rozy panics, knocks over a vacuum. Adam then approaches the room, to Rozy's survival instinct switching from 0 to 100. She jumps out of the window, yes, jumps, now hanging off the 13th floor. On her way to make it to the 12th floor, she crashes down onto the awning and blacks out. Rozy wakes up in the hospital. Hawaii's by her side, and Rozy's frantic now, trying to explain what she saw, trying to warn everyone about her neighbor Adam. But here's the twist that makes her blood boil. Adam is there, in her hospital room. Hawaii tells Rozy that Adam was the one who found her unconscious and brought her to the hospital. He even waited all night until she woke up. This is insane. At its finest, people, Adam knows Rozy saw everything, and instead of killing her or running, he plays the hero. He's manipulating the narrative before it even begins. Rozy loses it. She screams for doctors to call the police. She begs them to arrest this man. And Adam? Calm, collected, cooperative. He even offers the police to search his apartment. No warrant needed. Of course he does, because maybe he already cleaned up. Inside, spotless. No body, no blood. Just Milo the cat chilling like he pays rent. Police begin doubting Rozy's story. Asks if she was on any substances the night of the quote-unquote murder. Rozy tries to explain the mystery medication, but she doesn't know what she took. Her confidence cracks. Did she hallucinate? Was it the medication? Was it some form of psychosis? As they leave, Adam chats up with Hawa. He references Adam and Eve and brushes a leaf from her hair, and Hawa blushes like she's in a romance K-drama. The next day follows, and Rozy can't help but feel bad for accusing Adam of murder. She now believes the sketchy medication she was given from her employer must have been the reason for her hallucinations. Rozy's warmly greeted by her friend Ravi. He is that golden retriever, the way he anxiously invades her personal space. The three of them are now sitting in the auditorium enjoying each other's company. Ravi and Hawa see Rozy off as she's on her way to work. A man wearing a baseball cap and face mask bumps into Hawa, and they both make eye contact for a brief moment. She studies the man's face like it's someone she may have met before, but she can't quite make any connections. The mysterious man then dashes off in the opposite direction. Now it's later in the evening, and Rozy's finished with work and now making her way home. It's getting late and she's clearly exhausted. Just as she's about to press the button to the elevator, her neighbor, Adam, presses it from behind her. She's clearly shook by this encounter considering she accused the man of murder just 24 hours ago. Rozy feels her anxiety mounting, and she feels bad for how things played out earlier. She apologized to Adam for accusing him of murder and also thanked him for escorting her to the hospital safely. Adam accepted her apology with a warm smile. Now they're both in the elevator. The two formally introduce themselves. Adam, again like a smooth operator, makes a comment about Rozy's full name, Rosanna, and says that her name is Arabic for passionate and graceful rose. He smiles and says, "I think roses really suit you." This guy is clearly charismatic in his approach. Rozy thanks him for the compliment, but feels awkward that Adam may be flirting with her. To pass the time, Rozy starts to scroll the social media when she sees a missing person poster that shocks her to her core. The woman reported missing was the same woman Rozy claimed Adam murdered the night she was taken to the hospital. You can certainly feel the tension rising, suffocating the small elevator room. Adam leans in close, too close. "What's up? You look pale," he says. "What are you looking at on your phone?" Rozy lies and says that her friend sent an embarrassing photo of her. Adam then smiles with that "I don't believe you, but I'll play along" expression and says, "Is that so?" It's clear that he's on to her, and the tension is mounting. Rozy's encounter with Adam is nothing short of creepy. Just as she's exiting to her floor, Adam from behind calls out to Rozy and says if she ever needs anything, "I'll always be upstairs," just as the elevator door closes between them both. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're leaving things today. Adam Bari seems charming, but he definitely has a sinister side. He's got Rozy trapped in a nightmare where no one seems to believe her. But here's what's keeping me up at night. Why did Adam let Rozy live? What's his endgame? The pieces are all on the board, but we're only just beginning to see the full picture of Adam's twisted game. Trust me, what comes next in The Guy Upstairs will have you questioning everything you know. If you're dying to know what happens when Adam makes his next move, smash that like button and subscribe because part 2 is coming soon and you do not want to miss where this psychological nightmare takes us next.